Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, you've asked for it a lot. You get it. Ben Roethlisberger, big day versus the Bengals, 4 touchdowns, big throws down the field. Fired up for this one. Let's get it started. Welcome to the QB School. Big Ben, you asked for it. You are getting it. Even went big with the puffy vest today. It's a little brisk out here, slightly brisk until it gets a little bit more beach weather later in the day. But figured I'd go big, get in theme, go full method. Big Ben for me, sometimes, obviously, has been doing it at a really high level for a really long time. But for me, occasionally is difficult to talk about, break down, because he's just so unique. He does things that many other quarterbacks can't do, obviously myself included. So it's hard necessarily to have a strong kind of opinion about, how things should be when he's just a unique animal as far as being able to make plays with people falling all over him, to be able to have throws where it looks like it's a pump fake, but is he turning down a throw? Is he stopping his momentum? But he's been able to kind of craft that style into just an unbelievable great career. And so obviously he's been doing it at a really high level for a really long time. For me, the thing that I love most about his game right now is the deep ball coming into its own, and then the ability for him to continue to get the ball out of his hands so quickly, decisive, accurate, and then build these kind of relationships with these young wide receivers on the perimeter and let them do their thing. So it's a combination scheme, how he plays. When it's not clean, he can still be Big Ben and make kind of magic plays within the pocket. All those things come together for a really good Steelers team that is fun to watch. Let's get the video going. The long-awaited Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger, 2020 9-0, balling out, big play up top, double moves all over the place. Absolute dime. Stay in bounds. Oh, massive play. Dropping it in the bucket. Beautiful deep ball here. Big Ben, love the construction of this play, offensive architecture. We get double moves on both sides. I will say, just paying attention to his eyes here, almost looks like he's looking off left to throw right. Again, that's a nice little double move there. Just a subtle little deke. Watch the head, hips, shoulders, and then just pure speed. Stay in bounds. What? I don't understand. But that was amazing. Really nice job, accuracy, deep ball down the field. The only thing that I have questions about, again, we talk a lot here about eye placement, where you're looking, be able to see here. Obviously, middle field closed. They get a variation of what I'm thinking is double moves on double moves up top here. And to me, it looks like he's looking this way and then comes back and flashes back over here to then throw this way. My only thought would normally be, if you like this, let's look here to then throw this, if that makes sense. It just looks like maybe he's going full meta on him. I don't understand. Maybe he knows the free safety, but it looks like he's looking left, then he comes back just with that subtle deke back to the right. Like, to me, that early drop here in eyes says I'm throwing to the right. Either way, great route, better ball, stay in bounds. Big play. Down here, this is my favorite throw of this video. This is a slant on beautiful timing. Straight up, beautiful timing on the body, on the break. No chance. This is just better ball. Get the gritty going. Love it. Big plays from Johnson here on the same drive. Really nice job. Again, to me, this has been at his absolute best. Get the ball out quickly, decisive, correct read. I mean, check the ball location here. The ball, he's out of his break. His head's turned. It's almost going to, that ball's catching him. It does catch him. It hits him before he catches it. It goes through his hands. I mean, come on. Hand it to him. Outstanding anticipation. World-class anticipation. Great job taking advantage of the matchups. But again, this is timing, accuracy, on the body, on the break. Really good on a number of different levels. I just loved how fast it came out of his hands, how decisive he was, making what I'm going to think is the correct read on time. Just great accuracy, decisiveness, concepts, beating coverage. Outstanding. Absolutely. Pump it up. From the back end here, I think you can really see just how impressive the accuracy is. Gun, 3-step, slant down here to the bottom of the screen. It's 1 step, catch and throw. So you can see one step, catch and throw. Look when he lets this thing go. Check where the wide receiver is down here at the bottom of the screen, bottom of the numbers. He's not even close to getting into that break yet. That is called anticipation. The big A, capital A. I mean, that's well past halfway before he even gets his head around. I love it. I'm going to guess that this concept, without being in the room where it happened, is middle field closed, middle field open. So what I mean by that is if we get closed, we're working the slant flat. If we get open, we're working the variation of stick right here. Stick, flat, must outside release go. Great open concept. Down here, we've got old school dragon or slant flat. And that's what it is. It goes close. He gets the ball out quick, decisive, not taking hits, not taking unnecessary hits. I mean, again, one more time, just because I love the anticipation so much and the outstanding footwork. Boom, all his cleats in the ground. Let it rip. Out early. Outstanding. Simply outstanding. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already. Please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, let you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I appreciate the support. Then check out the QB School tool. It is a way to help you learn to beat different types of coverage, really every type of coverage. We ask a few questions about what kind of personnel you anticipate having, and then what coverage you anticipate, and then spit out what I think are some of the best coverage beaters for every single coverage. The tool is free. The link is in the description. I appreciate you checking it out after the video. Let's keep this one going. But it's not always that clean. So right here, this is to me one of those prototypical Big Ben plays. Now, I love the offensive architecture here. Again, Ben making Ben plays. What I mean by that is someone hanging all over him, being strong enough to be able to drive the ball down the field. Nice job being able to throw when the defender's back is turned. But to me, this is one of those plays that I think makes him, sometimes for me, more difficult to watch because technically he's hot here. I mean, you can see guys all over him. He's hot. They've got 5 blocking. They bring 6. He doesn't throw the hot. He hangs. Again, check the DB down here to the bottom of the screen. Is he looking? Back turned, covering the width of his shoulders. You'd love to see that ball even up a little higher. Again, great job. I'm not taking anything away from the ridiculous play that is. But to me, it's not necessarily what I would consider how most people play sound quarterback. And I know that might sound counterintuitive because it's a great play. It's a touchdown. But he's hot. So the first thing here is we've got 4 defensive linemen. They're bringing 6. Right? We've got 5 offensive linemen blocking. So we're hot. Concept here, this is a variation of 4 verticals from this side. Okay, don't freak out because it's not 4 verticals. We get a switch release here. So the number 2 becomes the number 3. We get an outside fade here, and we get this kind of seam. The number 3 becomes the number 2. That's 4 verticals out of a 3x1. Now with that, we get a shallow, which where I'm going to argue where the ball should go for a hot route here. That's where the ball should go. And then we get, looks like a variation of an option here. So I'm going to guess that the read is probably this option to where the touchdown goes, if he likes it. But you could also have a reason to probably work these 4 verticals too if you get middle field closed or some variation of hot. But this guy's wide open. And so these are the type of plays for me that are just, you know, unless you're in the room, unless you know, hey, I'm just bigger than you. Like, I don't care if I'm hot. I'm just going to step up and make this throw. I mean, you can see they have issues trying to pass these things off. You can see 24 down here to the bottom of the screen trying to pass off number 18 going across on the shallow. I mean, that's where the ball should go with a sound play. Now, I get it. Sometimes you just make a play. And you get the good with the bad, and this is the good. But again, when people say, wow, you need to do more Ben videos, it's hard to do Ben videos when he's just making plays like this, being a giant in the pocket. And I get it. It works. They're great. They've got a lot of young talent on the perimeter. But to me, I'm not sure how sound that is. Down here, this is another example of me of something that, I just have a hard time. The announcers during this game thought this was a pump fake. To me, this is him being a little confused on the read and making a great throw. It's a dynamic throw, high. But that's not a pump fake. That's him turning down a flat. And I know, and that might sound like it's the same thing to people, but to me it's not. A pump fake is when you intentionally fake something. Turning down a throw is when you go to throw it and you're just strong enough to be able to not throw it. Kind of like stopping your backswing in golf. It's just one of those things where, I mean, if 57 right here, the hook defender on the top hat, on the near hash, doesn't fall down, this is, I'm not sure how great this play is. Now, it still might be a touchdown. It might even be a smaller window. But you don't want to be in the habit of running slant flat to a cloud corner and a half field safety. It's just not the matchup you want. There are better ways to go about it. But he just does this. It's special. I mean, this type of throw, that's world-class accuracy. Up, again, watch where face throat area, high, where only his guy can catch it. Great. That is special. But to me, the read without being in the room, and granted, I get it. I got the clicker. I don't know for sure unless you're in the room. But I've never been in an offense where they say, we want the slant flat to the cloud or half field safety side. And so there looks like they have a cloud beater or half field cover 2 beater up top with some variation of smash. So again, concept-wise, this is where the touchdown ends up going on this slant. It looks like he comes out here, tries to throw this flat, but we've got a cloud corner. We've got a half field safety. We've got 57 mugging the A that should get to the hook area who slips. So you definitely don't want to throw a flat versus a cloud corner. That's amateur hour. You would never do that. So he's strong enough to be able to turn it down and then come back here and hit this slant. High five. That's great. Up here, though, it looks like they've got a variation of smash. Whether it's a corner and an out, corner and something underneath, something to high-low that corner where I think the read would probably go. Again, I understand. We don't know for sure. But, I mean, to me, the ball goes up top to the short end. If you know it's red Tampa 2 down here. Or to the check down, to be honest with you. But again, great job being able to turn it down. I mean, how many times have we seen him do this where it looks like a pump fake, but it's him just not throwing the ball? So, great job being able to make that thing happen. I'm not sure how it did. Up top, we get a missed assignment with the DBs. We take advantage of it. They can't switch it off. Great touchdown. Again, the thing that I love about many of these throws is how quickly the ball comes out. He's decisive. He's accurate. He got big-time arm for a long time, being able to drive that thing in there. And then when it's not there, he makes plays because he's just Big Ben in the pocket. But up top here, just watch the DBs. They're trying to switch this thing off. So when he goes in, you can see him try to pass it off to the inside DB, and he's locked in on Ibram. Too late. Free safety swings and misses, and it's a wrap. Again, great job taking advantage of this. This is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Just by the pre-snap alignment, though, you look like they should be able to switch this thing off. They're trying to do a good job of not. They're worried more about trying to hide it. You can see how straight on they are. When he goes up and runs this corner or inside fade, and we get this quick dart here, technically right here, they need to be talking and pass this thing off, and this should be a big collision right here. But again, these types of things look great on a whiteboard. They're a lot harder to do at the 5-yard line. One more time. Again. Boom. Swing and miss. Again, love the decisiveness. Check the footwork. One step out. Catchable ball on the body, on the break. Nice job, Big Ben, 4 tugs. So, Big Ben, been doing it. Really nice job this year. Love the fact that he gets the ball out of his hands so quickly. Thanks so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.